Cornhole is another word you don't hear enough. You don't hear that nearly enough, you know? It's a good word. It's a solid word. It's a tough word. It's a man's kind of word. It's got a masculine sound. It's like shotgun and ash can and tow truck. Cornhole. Everything's been sanitized now and cleaned up. First with these fucking Christians. You just start with them. You know, that's just one. Yeah. Well, let's not leave out these PC campus liberal assholes. I mean, they're just as fucking bad from a different direction. But everything's different. Everything's been polished up now. It's anal intercourse, anal rape, bullshit, cornhole. Now, I'm a big fan of the primetime crime shows. I like all of them pretty much. You know, I like Law and Order and all the spin-offs of that. I like CSI and all of those spin-offs. Because they're forensic shows, you know. And I'm just waiting for one night to be sitting there watching one of them shows, and the chief medical examiner turns to the lead detective and says, "Steve, looks to me like after they killed this guy, the perpetrators rolled him over and cornholed him about 30 or 40 fucking." That there is a posthumous multiple cornhole entry wound. Now, just to change the subject a little bit.
Yeah. Let me get loose on y'all. Yeah. I'm punching the clock, carrying my lunch in a box. So don't ever assume that my life is something it's not. Shit, I got a 9 to 5, despite the fact that I'm as live as any jerk-off cat that signed a job. My boss is trying to drive me out my treehouse. For at least 3 hours a day, he's chewing me out. For $2,000 to $3,000 a month, they don't pay me enough to spend my work day taking the stuff this jerk say. I ain't working overtime. I'm trying to get my name on MTV News up in Kurt Loder's lines. So I work over rhymes and I'm behind in my paperwork. I'm late for work cause I spend my nights chasing skirts. My measly check don't make it worth the stress that hurts my chest. Not to mention I'm immersed in debt to the top of a turtleneck, pissing and moaning. But why should anyone listen to me when I don't listen to no one? Consider this as an omen. I could go berserk at any moment like a mailman fed up with postal work. I went from happy to nasty like a bipolar jerk to shoot him down the lounge with a fine Folgers perks. Punch in, punch out, punch in, punch out. I've been looking for a building with a nice window to jump out. Feeling self-destructive, sick of the daily grind. Lately I felt disruptive and I think it's mailman time. Day in, day out. It seems like there's no way out. I pulled a 12 gauge out and shot off 28 rounds and watched the pellets spreading out, killing my associates. My boss is gonna get it now and find out what postal is. Good morning, Mr. Schwartz. Good morning, Lewis. You've been late 3 times this month already. I believe this is the 4th. I don't want you misinformed. It's probably more. You're not counting the times I didn't sign the timesheet on the lobby floor. Well, if you feel your job secure, keep it up then. Apparently, someone hasn't had his coffee and he needs a muffin. Perhaps you need a brief discussion, a policy refresher. And where's your progress note? Oh, I forgot that on my dresser. Well, if this case is too much pressure, we can ease the tension. Starting today, you forfeit your pay and take a week suspension. You really should prioritize. You can't stay up all night like some college guy bathing in beer like it's a party life. Look, I'm sorry I've been screwing up. I know I got the perfect job, but I've been working hard on this music stuff. Well, Lewis, you need a good job, and I know this one can be tough, but rapping isn't real work, and it can be just as hard. Man, what you trying to stop me from being a star? You don't even play an instrument. Yo, I don't need a guitar to season these bars. Settle down now. There's no need for alarm. Try and remain calm. Oh, I like this fucking office up with guns firing napalm. You're just another asshole who wants to see me dressed up in my dad's clothes, working underpaid until I'm mad old. As far as that goes, you'll never live to see it take place. I brought a little present for you in my attaché case. Punch in, punch out, punch in, punch out. I've been looking for a building with a nice window to jump out. Feeling self-destructive, sick of the daily grind. Lately I felt disruptive and I think it's mailman time. Day in, day out. It seems like there's no way out. I pulled a 12 gauge out and shot up 28 rounds and watched the pellets spreading out, killing my associates. My boss is gonna get it now and find out what postal is. And find out what postal is. And find out what postal is. And find out what postal is.
And so it seems we act a bit like children. We play the games and call a few names. And sometimes I wonder who's to blame for it all.
You thought I didn't see you now, did you? You try to sneak by me now, did you?
Yeah, Louis Logic, J. Brown.
Now give me what you promised me.
Yeah, this is some serious shit. Yeah. What you think? Cause your neck and your wrist go bling, that your shit don't stink. Faggot asses doing the Cisco thing in the thong. Y'all ain't never had an inkling of thinking of bringing it on. Take my advice, shorty, before I make your life story. The sad shit R&B bitches singing a song. Cause when I ring the alarm, the hooligans wanna fight for me and bring the things that'll make a calm night stormy. Quite sorry if y'all didn't understand it. I'm at once demanded and underhanded. So when your stash goes missing from your man's crib, you'll be scratching your lid thinking I bet you someone planned it. Learn your lesson, don't take one for granted. Whose confirmed profession is words as weapons, observe discretion. And freshmen escape with their life. Use your street smarts, otherwise we taking your mic.
Street smarts for retards, cause y'all ain't thugs, y'all sweethearts. So you better not come around these parts. You hit 3 bars and then C-dog. You need street smarts for retards, cause y'all ain't thugs, y'all sweethearts. So you better not come around these parts. You hit 3 bars and then C-dog.
It's best to know the ledge. Court jesters, please observe and heed the word of older heads. Before your life scroll is read on the day of judgment, pussy rappers cry when taken away from their husbands. Y'all sissies, but you have to try to feign a grown man's appetite. I wait for no man, that's the life. When you take what you need before giving you up to speed. I'm like Nissan, but more driven. When it comes to sending sleepy rappers to the mortician, I'm like Kevorkian, you all fit in. Cause my schedule is open-ended as your horse kitten. Clitoris dripping after 2 or more listens. I'm the porn magician, every deflowered chick source of friction, forced to fit into the drawers of splitting. I'm the porter blicking, spitting with the street smarts. Retards, good riddance to the niggas on the R&B charts.
Street smarts for retards, cause y'all ain't thugs, y'all sweethearts. So you better not come around these parts. You hit 3 bars and then C-dog. You need street smarts for retards, cause y'all ain't thugs, y'all sweethearts. So you better not come around these parts. You hit 3 bars and then C-dog.
Even hardened criminals know the average Joe's miserable woe. Though they both live by different codes, niggas don't know how I developed such a difficult flow, isn't it so? Cause y'all wouldn't believe what I done did for the dough. I've walked the earth into places where the niggas won't go, working for racists, surrounded by the turbulent faces. And in search of oasis, I found rap records, earning the papers by whipping half-steppers. Don't get your gap sweater tied in a bunch. You think you're bad cause you're buying your lunch by supplying the chunks for some guy in the junk. You need to try surviving for once with a 9 to 5 for a month. Message post 61090, never subject Lewis logic. You said it, folks, this guy is clever. He got extra dope rhymes and punchlines forever. His stuff will catch in no time. If his production guy was better, and there's nothing I like better than new battle lyrics. My favorite jam, Secret Agent, man, you have to hear it. I heard it got a fat review in a magazine, and now the majors want him. It would suck if that was true. It ain't a cat half as fat as Lou, that's as true to staying indie. Or dudes with punchlines on major labels saying any. He even answers all his emails if he's got a chance at all. He told me Icon's real name was Vinny. Maybe when he's getting chased by a bunch of sweaty face record snakes with chainsaws and machete blades in pursuit like Leatherface and Jason, he'll be the first kid who don't forget his place and sustains the basement. Anyway, hit me on my email if you disagree or wanna spit a free. Later DMX 63.
I say a prayer for the sunshine once a day, but the cold rains don't wash the sun away.
I know the sky cries child, but don't you weep, cause mother sun even goes to sleep.
I say a prayer for the sunshine once a day, but the cold rains don't wash the sun away.
You know the sky cries child, but don't you weep, cause mother sun even goes to sleep. Well, isn't this poetic fate for readers? Another MC with major label fever. Next thing you know, he'll make a disco record. Lewis Logic, the next thing to grow into a classic. It's probably more likely Roy Jones will get his ass kicked. He has made some impressive plastic, but that's it. He never crafted a classic with an extended track list. Who tries to make tremendous rap hits on 12 inches anyway? He doesn't understand that this is hell's business. All the labels care about is sales figures and your whereabouts on the charts. And rappers living at their parents' house for trying to invent a daring sound, which obviously isn't losing intent. meant to save you the suspense. His newest attempts at disappointment and a clear case. A trade and listening enjoyment for career's sake. So here's the answer in the ointment. Show him no love. Your favorite dick-eating critic, also known as O-Dub.
I say a prayer for the sunshine once a day, but the cold rain don't wash the sun away.
I know the sky cries, child, but don't you weep, cause mother sun even goes to sleep.
I say a prayer for the sunshine once a day, but the cold rain don't wash the sun away.
You know the sky cries, child, but don't you weep, cause mother sun even goes to sleep. So this is what you all been asking for. I never let your small talk make me mad before, cause after all, when it's said and done, it's as if these cats wish my only bread was crumbs, so let them front. Everyone's a critic these days, not to complain. These little DJs diss whack to the popular vein, where the topic's the same. Money, sex, and guns, is that less expressive from how indie snobs expect it done? When underground records come with 3 choices, they can't spit, you can't understand it, or it's punks with weak voices, and you rejoice if 3 joints of the 20 tracks is somewhat fat, then you wish you had your money back. There'll be none of that in my wax or my stage show. I'll make extra sure to stay dope, spitting for your peso, and kick 'em on same flow to show you that I'm anti-whack, whether indie or major, and there ain't too many fans like that.
I say a prayer for the sunshine once a day, but the cold rain don't wash the sun away.
I know the sky cries, child, but don't you weep, cause mother sun even goes to sleep.
Blue skies and the sunshine come today, till the rain clouds don't wash the sun away.
I know that things ain't the way that they supposed to be, so I keep my umbrella so close to me. Young fella, you wouldn't know a dope MC if the Lord made him grow from trees. Said some fellas wouldn't know a dope MC if the Lord made him grow from trees. Yeah, they used to love my shit before the suburb chicks wanted to suck my dick. Now the rain done came. It's like they hate the flow because the radio increased the ratio. It's the same dumb game. They might say my name to the sound that it creates migraines. I won't go counterfeit to change my game. I got a plan to be fresh, and even if the first family's stressed, goddamn the regret. I can't be suppressed. I can't be suppressed. I can't be suppressed. I can't be suppressed.
Who are you? Oh my. I'm fucking loose. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, check it out. My man Simmer Amore on the boards. This is your tour guide, Louis Logic. Fasten your seatbelts. I start beef on dark streets, cursing the transients. Take your pick of your latest whip, hearse of an ambulance. Cause I'm a scientist to the rescue, who wish to infect you with contaminants from a test tube. I pop up on the scene unexpectedly, all up in your city like teen mother pregnancy. Fiends love my tendency to serve dope, cause I mess with rap like a pimp in feathered hats and a fur coat. Curtains closed on the cop like Serpico, who lock you up in fresh wares and let you go in dirty clothes. I'm naked when my words exposed, disturbing folks, performing bourbon soap, that's suburban shows. Alert the Pope, and you better call a doctor. I'm going off my rocker when I chug a quart of vodka. And just before the cops come, I face 100 dudes like I'm Louis Logic. Who the fuck are you? Simple, ordinary jacks ain't as nimble. Plus you lack the sack if your main vein's a thimble. I hang my head over the pane of windows, throwing up like LA gang signs and grab paint and scribbles. Blowing up's a far stretch with indie B-sides. I'm hard pressed for a free ride like car theft. I'm a hard head. I gotta chill with Joe Camel and stick with the licks like a hick in old flannel. The contradiction it turns of y'all niggas spitting a verse is like me smiling when I flip you the bird. I'm Mr. Disturbed and Dr. Depression. I got an obsession for seeing police officers stressing and catching a deep throating actress who knows gymnastics and sucks the lubricant off of prophylactics. The fact is, I specialize in crushing brews. I'm Louis Logic, nigga. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, check it out. I create new constructs, a new conduct, something similar to Luke on dust. The faint of heart wanna puke on us. My cohorts are so sick, you're so short, sleeping in your futon rust. We throw bricks cause we building, not a lack of skill. Fake cats make a killing in the Actors Guild. I got a glass to fill with beer, sipping while I'm still in gear, whipping a black Cadillac Seville. Niggas asking, is this cap for real? Shit, I'm swallowing some Advil pills with a flask that's filled as a male. I'm a shoo-in when it comes to spewing confusion. Overachiever, working on improving my boozing. If you think that that's funny, a drug dealer tried to buy my single dad from me with some crack money. Sonny, my style is new plus improved, cause I'm Louis Logic, who the fuck are you? And the features that they share with simians, disgusting junkies, welfare recipients. They living off of someone's money who pays tax and has a life, while these black bitches' stomachs stay fat with parasites. And they have to have a pipe to relax on average nights, so they're bastard bratty types all act like savage types. It's the legacy of black and Spanish guys, vagrancy and general complacency of dads who have no wives. Police should beat their fucking skulls in with magnum lights. Illegitimate, illiterate blacks should have no rights, cause they go from having lives to having life. And I pay to feed their appetites and give them TV with satellites. Those Stevens stealing dirty fucking heathens dealing dope need to steal a boat, sail their monkey asses back to Africa and seal the coast with giant gates made of steel and bolts, so we can try and save the decent white God-fearing folk.
Strangers moving into my own backyard. Hometown battlefield, times is hard. Crime is rising on my horizon, and it's getting mighty hard for folks to find a job. A lot of folks say that the times are changing, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. And I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know.
Don't hand me your ethics, discredit this as rude hard speech, cause I'm not anti-Semitic. Jews are cheap, with every breath they're breathing through large beaks. They're telling more fibs and squeezing 4 kids into 2-car seats. What a waste of white skin, heartbeats, and faces like men. Nigga lovers who treat the beast as if the ape was like them. They killed the Savior Christ and denied that he was God's seed. It doesn't come as a surprise they'd meet the Nazis. I live to see the day that rabbis decree their cocks be clipped at birth. Till they ain't a Jewish dick that works. We should take care of the rich at first on Hanukkah, and smother out their breath and words with yarmulkes, till they turn to vomiters, choking on their Manischewitz. Menorahs to the foreheads would make some handy weapons, cause there's no room for clandestine gold blooms, blats and bergs. We'll just wipe them off the map of Earth.
I got strangers moving into my own backyard. Hometown battlefield, times is hard. Crime is rising on my horizon, and it's getting mighty hard for folks to find a job. A lot of folks say that the times are changing, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. And I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know.
You know who probably hurts us most? Those sneaky guys with chinky eyes and the turban folks, dot heads who settle on our urban coast. I wish that they would drop dead, buying up convenience stores and restaurants. Either or, they sneaking in. I'm tired of the lenient laws, treating them like real Americans when after all, these rice-eating heathens even eat their cats and dogs. And that's because they're misers, fucking cabbies in a hurry, covered in the stench of curry, and they're awful drivers. The law provides us with no means of protection, not even a weapon to stop the evil conception. And my people are threatened by the rate at which they multiply, alarming enough to make the true patriots pulses high. Cultists like worship, Hindu and Buddhist rituals. Our Lord Christ returned his grave due to his principles. The way they're taking bread from the truly blessed sons, I'd have to say the only good brown and yellow folks are dead ones.
Strangers moving into my own backyard. Hometown battlefield, times is hard. Crime is rising on my horizon, and it's getting mighty hard for folks to find a job. A lot of folks say that the times are changing, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. And I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know.
I'd like to add lastly, AIDS ain't a disease we should take tainted. I've bees and jam them up the pillow, biting fags' ass cheeks, and dykes are twice as bad. What kind of woman doesn't like the shag? No dick for those chicks, what kind of life is that? We got marches fighting for the rights of drag queens and queers whose sperms on like germ farms, breeding fear. The fucking fairies need braziers, high heels and dick. The stuff's so scary to even hear it, I'm feeling sick. Your body parts got a right feeling fit, silly fairy. Nobody wants fags and dykes to join the military. We'd be better off killing every bitchy lesbian and wimpy feminine man than to let them in. Then again, I know it seems like I'm the devil's riding henchman, but no one on this earth loves all of God's inventions. Not to mention, I got a date to try and talk with Satan and lots of tension, cause I'm late for my inauguration.
Right this way.
Cause I'm late for my inauguration.
Right this way.
Cause I'm late for my inauguration.
Right.
My inauguration. My inauguration. My inauguration. My inauguration.
Right.
For losers and beer abusers, screw-ups and human sewers. I'm a cesspool myself with a head full of wealthy, rich and sick shit thoughts that helps me to sell CDs. I'm mastered in giving niggas gasps as if asthma is constricting and clog the lung passages. Act as if you don't want an ass whipping. See, sometimes being a pussy can have its advantages. Isn't it glamorous to get your asses beat by one of the last MCs till you can't sit in seats if the fans disagree? I make house calls, you keep it up. It'll be tough busting nuts without balls. I'm just an outlaw who doesn't belong. So strong I'll make my own squad look dumb on a song. So when I put one of them on, niggas get so mad. I had to get a car system with a headphone jack. Yeah, this is Lewis fucking Logic. Coming through your speakers and your sound systems with the Mole Man. Yo, my man Panic laced the track to y'all. You better bounce like basketball. We on our own shit like cats and dogs. So check it out, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Check it out, what? I always get the job, cause I know what to do unless the odds are good. They find out that I'm a jerk, and I'm like, fuck you too. I'm a much improved Superman, plus I love it too, with the ability to snatch a silly slut from under you. It's such a wonderful life, being someone who writes the things that go bump in the night and make you run for your life. I like to hunt with a knife, capture and kill. One of the punks that you might find on the mic, cause I snipe rappers at will. My eyes act as a filter to expose the pussy under your tough guy exterior and high actresses guilt up. I spill guts with the precision of a taxidermist who confess the gun threats up in Catholic churches. That's why my wax is worshipped in the States and abroad. My place is secured for the world's most tasteless award. Cause the further I stray from the Lord, the more underground and hot becomes my sound and win Satan's applause. You don't know a man who can get the job done before the cops come with bulletproof vests and shotguns. You don't know a man who can get the job done before a chicken's pop comes home with his 5 sons. And you don't know a man who can get the job done and make the snot run from niggas' noses when they stop some. And y'all don't know a man that's doper than me, cause by comparison, all others are hopeless MCs. Y'all should've known that I was qualified to swallow lies of this truth serum. Cause if flew here, I'm talking shit, do fear him. So get too near him and you're sent on your way to the heavenly gates with my pen's on the page. I meant what I said, cause I lecture like Lieutenant Frank Slade. So expect that I can bless the mic while juggling 3 painless grenades. I'm well versed in this proven theory on the bell curve, cause Logic L served on committees that expel herds. Nerds need not apply. It's 1 or 2 dudes that'll tell you he could run with Lou, but first he gotta lie. Sure, it's somewhat true, I'll probably die, but until the vodka dries and the drunks are through, it's probably not tonight. My shelf life's longer than a bottle of Amstel Light, held inside a welded tight cooler that was well iced. I seldom write a verse that wouldn't melt the mic, so when my phrase sets the stage, a page, you see a fire engine's welcome lights. You don't know a man who can get the job done before the cops come with bulletproof vests and shotguns. You don't know a man who can get the job done before a chicken's pop comes home with his 5 sons. And you don't know a man who can get the job done and make the snot run from niggas' noses when they stop some. And y'all don't know a man that's doper than me, cause by comparison, all others are hopeless MCs. So let's just say that I got the freshest resume, cause I can catch a case in any place and then escape and get away riding Debo's bike. Despite the fact that the type of stuff I write in raps police don't like. And you can still catch a cop saying he's so nice. I'll never stop fighting back and I don't need no mic, cause I might to snatch a bullhorn right out of the squad car and scream a rhyme so loud the sound waves scramble the OnStar. If any question remains, I use professional aim to target the section of brain that kept in the flame, then test him again to see if he's a non-believer. But I bet that he's changed when my song's coming through his mom's receiver. I'm a non-achiever, I don't have to try. I can hold two mics like chopsticks and catch a fly. So ask me why I'm making rap records, I'm liver than fuck. Wanna know why you don't? Ask yourself, why do I suck? You don't know a man who can get the job done before the cops come with bulletproof vests and shotguns. You don't know a man who can get the job done before a chicken's pop comes home with his 5 sons. And you don't know a man who can get the job done and make the snot run from niggas' noses when they saw man. And y'all don't know a man that's doper than me, cause by comparison, all others are hopeless MCs. Why, motherfucker? Yeah, my man. Why, motherfucker? Why, motherfucker? Why, motherfucker? Man, panic on the track. Lewis motherfucking Logic coming right and exact. 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 Exact.
When I be bitchin', when I be bitchin', when I be bitchin', when I be bitchin', my bitchin'. Style of decision, something like a violent Christian with a mile of vision. Turn me up when I be bitchin', my style of decision, something like a violent Christian with a mile of vision.
I walk up in a strange person's apartment with the purpose of starting a fire that burns up your carpet and murders your market campaign strategist, like a murderous arsonist whose brain passages resemble insane activists. It's gonna take a lot of band-aids and governmental mandates to save your fan base. When Lewis Logic, Slade, and Grand Agent put the heat to the beat, MCs get so weak in the knees they need to retreat. This is warfare, combat that split your sportswear on contact to your ears when we on tracks. The effects of this are stronger than a head that spins in The Exorcist or cigarettes and gin on a pregnant chick. Somebody's bound to die, and my record company's out to hide something about this guy. They saying Logic's just a character, they'll probably just embarrass you. It's why I'll never get to fuck with Arista. Plus my manager thinks that I drink too much. I probably think too much of morbid things and such, like ringing sluts next. I'm a suspect at the crime scene with Todd Green on my team, spilling vats of Ozine. I got a dirty mouth, but I practice hygiene. What I mean by that is cats will catch you cursing out with the maximum curse amount in a verse aloud. I don't worry about putting fucking clean versions out.
Service to target, where it hurt the most, we hit the hardest. Point blank range aiming at them artists who game ain't up to par. This time we turn lames into martyrs. Service to target, where it hurt the most, we hit the hardest. Point blank range aiming at them artists.
Lewis Logic, super regular recordings, 5G's platinum, JJ Brown. Before setting it off, know that the predator draws more blood than an open wound against the leading competitor's gauze, leaving sores and bleeding jaws on our path. You should keep your eyes on Lewis Logic and the drunken pies on Icon, misconstruing optical illusions when booze in his bottles oozing. Love songs of us getting our drunk on, tipping tequila till my tongue's warm, then fall off the stage, pass out while writing a rhyme and scroll off the page. Wake up in a rage with the shakes. Where's my love gone? I'm uncalm. A bottle of Jack at my lips and a Guinness IV in one arm, bass sail in the other. Makes a nice black and tan, but I still failed to recover. I hit step 6, and my train of thought derailed from the others. Daydreaming of a damsel with grain alcohol wet lips. So for Beck's fits for breakfast. 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 I'll count it as the juice from that.
Check this out, check this out. 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 Listen, all this shit y'all talking ain't got no frills. We'll pass the 40 around and we'll see who got some skills. I mean, if you got them, you got them. And if you don't,
word is bomb. Before setting it on, fresh from a car, running from a bar tab, driving drunk with car lag, in need of a bath bag. I left my smart hat on a hard path to recovery. With hangover hovering, I took a bath in the bubbly. I woke up in the trash, cold clutch in a flash. But the wino asking for some from me, but there's no stuff in my stash. I'm so stuck in the glass, but insist on throwing rolling rock. Shades drawn, doors closed and locked, hoping no one knocks. I'm in a lonely spot, nowhere, and I want some stony shots. Like I don't care if my AA sponsor knows or not. I spend a week soaked in scotch on Venice Beach with the vagrants. Then I'm leaving for Vegas, but I'm penny free and owe a lot of dough to spot my landlord and old lady licks. It's like I said, she likes to collect, she don't babysit.
It's the truth like factotum proof. I must represent, no question.
I'm the lush president of the wino section. Since you find no lessons in this lonely life, it's like,
shorty, let me tell you about my only vice. I must represent, no question.
I've been at war with Lady Licks and can't find no weapons or find protection on my coldest nights. It's like,
shorty, let me tell you about my only vice.
So basically, my drinking schedule was 8 to 3. But wait and see, I bet you I can make the rate increase until I start spraying my vomit on my old Navy fleece. So saith the logic, so say the sheep. My next commandment, to drink a case of peace at least, to set the standard. A bunch of drunks are dead from cancer. Leave your 12 steps abandoned on the way to the bar. A convoy that's on joy, Jews racing their cars, drinking rain from a jar. That's moonshine to the laymen in bars. And soon I'm hearing angels with harps, perhaps it's beeping horns. And I'm crossing lanes in my car and sleeping on a job. But made it so far, I'm thinking, ain't this bizarre? It's kinda freezing, trying to find the reason when I realized my gates were ajar. I took the Nestle plunge straight to the tar, but never jumped. Then I awoke in a pool of puke where I had left my lunch.
I must represent, no question.
I'm the lush president of the wino section. Since you find no lessons in this lonely life, it's like,
shorty, let me tell you about my only vice. I must represent, no question.
I've been at war with Lady Licks and can't find no weapons or find protection on my coldest nights. It's like,
shorty, let me tell you about my only vice.
I was born of beer kegs and college dorms and Molotov mixtures. Fixed up, breaking bottles off niggas. Make escape doing a 100-yard dash. Coming from a car crash, that's what I call a running bar tab. Back to the lab when an undercover car passed after my ass. Dropped to my knees and my hands in the grass. A straight shot to the trees beside my door, but I'd forgotten my keys. Plus I had too much brandy to last, so I hopped to my feet. My hands are both clasped, stopping the stream. If I puke, the cop would probably see, but he was watching me flee on wobbly feet. At least that's what I'm thinking. That's when he tackled me, stagnant and stinking. I said, no way, Ossifer, I haven't been drinking. Then he said, you're under arrest, kid, and we're going back to the precinct.
Pip, pass the 40, cause my mother's not looking.
I must represent, no question.
I'm the lush president of the wino section. Since you find no lessons in this lonely life, and since you find no lessons in this lonely life, and since you find no lessons in this lonely life, and since you find no lessons in this lonely life, lonely life, lonely life, lonely life, la 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 la.
Big time in love. And then 4 months down the road, the idiot here kicks in. And I ask about the ex-boyfriend, which, as we all know, is a really dumb move. But you know how it is. You don't want to know, but you just have to know, right? Stupid guy bullshit.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in this corner, quivering in the white trunks, we have the unsuspecting boyfriend, facing up to the champion, his well-seasoned girlfriend. The 3 knockdown rules in full effect. That's the sound of curiosity peeking like cops to pat you down. Boyfriend's probably seeking the dirt on his skirt as if he's deep in the earth, like who had reached in the shirt and who was sleeping with her. But hey, she's only human and probably only doing the dude who she loves most, so you know who she's screwing. But while you lying there spooning, assuming life is just all good, you inadvertently missed the signs of the falsehood. Living life in a small hood, you probably collide with lots of the guys who used to climb on top of your wives. So it's not a surprise you asking the stupidest questions. Who is the best in the sack and how many dudes have you slept with? But the chances, you didn't want them answers and can't live with it. You used to be just a dancer, making the fast tips you would stuff her pants with. And fast as mass transit, she taught you what romance is. I'm so glad we met. Hey, shorty. Come on, girl, try to be patient. I know I'm a pain in the ass. Boyfriend has me stressed. Back off, dude. And all of the sex stuff should just remain in the past. No, we can't get married yet. It isn't just that it's greener, it's also the length of the grass. But somehow you keep on running to me, and we keep living in fear of the idiot gear. Most of y'all are just wishing that this this was fiction. I'm itching to ask your chick if your dick isn't a depiction of fitting inside a stitching when you're sewing it up. And to think that most of the stuff is just over a fuck. I know what you're thinking, we've all grown up with women, and living without them seems like it's harder than living with them. But if you hit them, you probably end up living in prison, fellas. Then you'll be someone's bitch, I hope your girlfriend isn't jealous. This Cinderella shit's totally irrelevant. You'll never get a girl older than 7 that's been celibate, cause every chick has been around the block with a guy at 10. And guys are sensitive, it's better that you lie to them. Even the violent men who dress up in street clothes with stilettos and heat know they got delicate egos. If she chose to tell you all the persons with whom she put in work in the womb, it would burst your balloon.
I'm so glad we met. Hey, shorty.
Come on, girl, try to be patient. I know I'm a pain in the
Your
ass.
ex-boyfriend has me stressed. Back off, dude.
And all of this sex stuff should just remain in the past.
No, we can't get married yet.
It isn't just that it's greener, it's also the length of the grass.
But somehow you keep on running to me,
and we keep living in fear of the idiot.
Looking at your sweetest snapshot,
that's when you start to wonder about the backdrop of our other lovers. When you discover another flick of a hidden up under there, dressed in summer wear with an ex giving a bunny ass. And no one wants to share the chick with the last guy to get rid of the bad vibes. You figure you'd ask why. Her past life still chilling in the picture frame. She'd probably forget his name if the dick's the same, which is lame. But for some dumb reason, the last bum seeps into your dreams and you become unseasoned. So one evening you build up the heart to ask her, disaster, with your lungs breathing hard as asthma. And after she breaks down and tells you the truth, it leads to a fight and she's yelling at you. And I'm convinced of this, being your queen's only king you miss. See, Louis right, ignorance is bliss.
I'm so glad we met. Hey,
come on, girl, try to be patient. I know I'm a pain in the ass.
Your ex-boyfriend has me stressed. Back off, dude.
And all of the sex stuff should just remain in the past.
No, we can't get married yet.
It isn't just that it's greener, it's also the length of the grass.
But somehow you keep on running to me. Oh, what's a guy to do?
Now listen to me, Bobby. You're all fucking idiots. How do you like them apples?
You know, I don't think we need to do the thing where we tell each other.
Now, the Manager's Corner, with the thoughts and opinions of the American League's winningest manager, the Orioles' Earl Weaver. And now, to the Manager's Corner with Earl Weaver.
Well, Bill Whitehouse, Earl, from Frederick, Maryland, wants to know why you and the Orioles don't go out and get some more team speed.
Team speed, for Christ's sake. You get fucking goddamn little fleas on the fucking bases, getting picked off, trying to steal, getting thrown out, taking runs away from you. You get them big cocksuckers that can hit the fucking ball out the ballpark and you can't make any goddamn mistakes.
Well, certainly this show is going to go down in history, Earl. Terry Elliott of Washington, D.C. wants to know why you don't use Terry Crowley as a designated hitter all the time.
Well, Terry Crowley's lucky he's in fucking baseball, for Christ's sake. He was released by the Cincinnati Reds. He was released by the fucking goddamn Atlanta Braves. We saw that Terry Crowley could sit on his fucking ass for 8 innings and enjoy watching a baseball game just like any other fan, and has the ability to get up there and break one open in the fucking ninth. So if this cocksucker mind his own business and let me manage the fucking team, we'd be a lot better off.
Well, certainly you've made your opinions known on the fans' questions about baseball, Earl, but let's get to something else. Alice Sweet from Norfolk wants to know the best time to put in a tomato plant.
Alice Sweet ought to be worried about where the fuck her next lady's coming from rather than where her next goddamn tomato plant's coming from. If she'd get her ass out to fucking bars at night and go hustling around the goddamn street, she might get a prick stuck in her once in a while. I don't understand where these questions are coming from, Tom. That's about it from Manager's Corner. Go fuck yourself and the fuck with your show coming up next on the Baltimore Oriole Baseball fucking Network.